There's no one on this planet that can stop me.
I can call in a favor and send people who aren't from this planet.
Send them all.
As you wish.
The final has been decided. Sunday, Chelsea versus PSG. Dembele back, jogging. Wingers versus our fullbacks. Kvara versus James. Due versus Cucurella. Our attackers versus their fullbacks. Neto versus Mendes. Hakimi versus whoever drifts left. That midfield battle will be no joke. Exciting. Vitinha, Ruiz and Neves. Enzo, Caicedo, maybe even Lavia if he's fit. Palmer could be in the 10. Now I want to focus on their press because that is a dangerous press. We saw how cooked, absolutely cooked Real Madrid had. Cooked them alive, man. They pressed differently. Even when they were 3-0 down, you could see Kvaratskhelia, Dembele tracking back, pressing when being counter-attacked. If we are going to play this control football that Maresca loves, we can't lose focus, not even for a second. Locked in at all times, every player. Those with the Bozo gene, those without. Everyone needs to be locked in. And more importantly, we need to press these guys back. Even harder than they press us. Caicedo, I'm begging you, be fit. Be fit. We need the destroyer to destroy. We need him to make their midfield so uncomfortable, knowing that there's a guy breathing down their back. In front of goal, we need to be clinical. Clinicality will be so important. Every shot needs to test the keeper. Take our chances because they will undoubtedly take theirs. Palmer's shooting boots need to be on. Joao Pedro shooting boots need to be on. Neto, the shooting boots need to be on. And Kunku, if you are playing, your shooting boots need to be on. You've improved your form recently, but your shooting hasn't been there. They need to be on. Channel that Benfica. Channel that Benfica game form. Joao Pedro, continue where you left off. This time you don't have any loyalties to this team. Celebrate. You bag, celebrate. Nuno Mendes Penitentiary has locked up all the best wingers so far, from the UCL campaign to the Club World Cup campaign. There are a lot of men in jail. Neto, this is the time to beat that penitentiary. And if you do get bagged, I know you're in a Michael Scofield. Prison break. For this young squad, this will be the biggest test they have ever faced. PSG, I see them as the team this ownership are trying to be within 3 to 4 years. Already knocking down 3 years of the plan. This is who they are trying to be. So the perfect test to see where we are will be playing this team. Lose, we know there's still much more to do. Win, we still know there's much more to do, but we know we aren't far off from being what we need to be. Remember the times that we dealt with in the past, from government restrictions to the horrific Graham Potter season where we only scored around 38 goals. The roller coaster of a season under Pochettino, that fraud, made us struggle at the start and had the audacity to pick up at the end, knowing his job was done, knowing he was going to get sacked, still making us finish in a spot where United could knock us into the Conference League, man. We completed the set, but at what cost? It was a final Conference League that was disrespected by rivals, saying it was a competition we should win anyways. This one will be the real test, up against PSG, the best team in the world. We win that, no one can chat to us. No one can chat to us, fam. Robert Sanchez, Bob Sanch, weak link of this team. Everywhere else we could probably go toe to toe with them, but in the goalkeeper position, you are a problem. Your form has been up recently, but we still saw Bozo against Fluminense. Why didn't you come off your line? Why didn't you come off your line? What were you thinking? Why weren't you concentrating? There'll be no excuses in that final. They will press you like hellfire, put you under pressure you've never felt before. This isn't the time for bozo. This isn't the time to bitch. This isn't the time to panic. It's the time to be Chelsea Football Club. So Cole Palmer, rise. Joao Pedro, rise. Reece James, rise. Caicedo, rise. Enzo, rise. Cucurella, rise. Pedro Neto, rise. Levi Colwell, rise. And finally, Enzo Maresca, rise. We can make history on Sunday. Up the Chelsea. I'm out.